And I began to do some study, and by the sheep gate there is the pool of Bethsaida. And the word Bethsaida means house of mercy. In some translations, house of grace. I looked at the Aramaic language, and it's pronounced Bethsaida, which means house of disgrace. And so I said, why disgrace? And as I began to study it, in that translation, it referred to it as the house of disgrace because of the desperate situation of the people that lay there by the pool.
Work it, sir.
And so now we have people who was desperate, and they were looked upon as a disgrace. And Jesus walked to the man, and Jesus said, how long have you been here?
How long you been here?
You don't want to go inside of the pool. And he said, but there is no one, Sister Shakita, to put me inside the pool.
Yes, Lord.
When I looked at the distance between the porch and the pool, he was there for 38 years, people. If he had moved 5 inches a week closer to the pool, he would have been there in less than a year. And so every time there was a stirring, he had to start all over again. I'm already paralyzed. Why am I going to turn around? But the water was troubled. And yet he turned around and said, it's not my turn. And went back. And then when the angel would come again, he had to creep, pull and slide just to get there in time, and someone would move in front of him. I looked at that and I said, God, what is it? Because the porch is here. And in all honesty, this is where the pool is. And for 38 years, he was looked upon as a disgrace. For 38 years, he had an infirmity, and all he did was try every time the water was troubled. I looked at that and I said, you know what I would have done? I would creep to the pool and stay in the pool. And so when the angel come, the angel couldn't touch it without me being in it. So for 38 years, he sat there.
Yes, sir.
And Jesus spoke to the man and said, arise and take up thy bed and walk. But something kind of bothered me, y'all. When he picked up his bed, the Jews stood around him. And they say, how could this be? Because it is the Sabbath day. Why are you walking with your bed? You must go to work. This is the Sabbath day. And again, I had to go off into the school of thought, because Jesus had just told him to pick up his bed, and right after that, so he couldn't have walked that far. So it meant that the Jews were there the entire time when he needed a help to the pool. The Jews, and for the mere fact that they referred to the Sabbath day, it meant that they was religious. They knew the scriptures, but he had no one tried to help him to the pool. We got some religious people around us. They know the on the Sabbath day. He said, I don't know, you know, but he saw Jesus. He found out who he was. And he told them who healed him. And the people plotted to kill Jesus. We just need to walk this for a while, because some of you sitting down and say, no, I'm not crippled, I'm not paralyzed, I'm not waiting to get in a pool. But a lot of us, we're laying in some beds. We're laying in the bed of affliction and in the bed of infirmity. And the bed of affliction and infirmity doesn't have to mean an ailment in your body. It can mean the bed of lust. It can mean the bed of perverseness. It can mean the bed of pornography. It can mean the bed of generational curse. It can mean the bed of a bad relationship. It can mean the bed of curses that's holding over me. That no matter how I try, I'm laying in this bed and it seems as if I can't get out. I need some help. So, we're laying in bed. He was laying there for 38 years. People, I can only imagine that he had to have become comfortable.